Hey everyone, today is the day of the Dimensional Arena, session 2, so we're going to take a look at it. So the heroes that we got are actually not that ideal, but at least we got Hades and Hecate, which are both kind of mid-tier in my opinion. Themis and Ellie are not as good, but we will try to make use of them. We also got Gleipnir and the Plague Bow, which both are useful, however the Crown and the Stardust Sphere are pretty mid. So let's take a look at which cards we get. So the first card already is looking good. We have Selene, which isn't really good and not really usable hero, but we also do have Gaia and Pandora and the Wukong, which already is looking very promising. So we are very likely to be picking this group, but let's take a look at the second group. The second group is not that ideal. The only good hero here is possibly Ayushta and Mulan. The other two, Merlina is actually really good unit, but like if we compare group 2 to the group 1, it's not even a close choice. So let's take a look at the group 3, and group 3 is pretty bad, as these units are okay, but they are not worthy of picking. I don't think I would pick group 3 over the group 2 anyway, so we are going with the group 1 and pick ourselves Pandora and Gaia, and perhaps a Wukong if we get lucky with the gourd. Now the group 1 in round 2 is amazing. We have Arcane, Dorabella and Halloween, which pair really nicely. We have Tsuki, which is going to be amazing with the Gaia we picked, and we have Janet that's going to be possibly building up to our Avengers team. So far we have Ethereals, Mystifiers and possibly Avengers. We are definitely not going to try and build Valianters unless we get additionally like a Fade hero or something that can finish up the 5 Valianters lineup. So up until then we will see. So in this group, the group 1 in round 2 is pretty amazing. Let's take a look at the group 2. The group 2 isn't all that bad. It has Elisha. Elisha has flat scaling, which makes her super good in this mode. It also has CC, but we do not really have a way to stack her up apart from Pandora and Wukong. And Karanag is also okay, but it's not something we want to pick over the group 1. Group 3 is pretty bad, like none of these heroes are all that amazing. Arthur is solid, Navi is solid, Atrupus is and Baisugjan is pretty mid, so we're picking up group 1 again and going to take a look at the round 3. The round 3 offers us the reason why you don't want to pick Magatama is because you can pick your own Magatama, which is going to be a higher stars in most cases. If not, you can pick Magatama. It's completely fine to do so, but I'm trying to not pick it so I can pick it from my own inventory. Otherwise, I'd pick something like Banner probably. So let's take a look at the group 2, because in group 1 I'm not really satisfied. It's a solid group, but not really satisfactory to me. So let's take a look at the group 2. Now group 2 is really solid, but it has Banner as options, and I really want to pick Banner from my own inventory ideally, but if I take these I can take Magatama from my own inventory. I have 3 slot 1 relics though, which is kind of bad, and 1 chrono relic. I don't really like this group, so for now I will try to skip it because group 1 is looking more tempting to me. Group 3 is actually really good. I think group 3 wins because it has a 5-star Kusanagi and a chest. Chest is not that ideal, if not 9 stars, but we will make it work. Cosmic Mirror, I think it makes all allies ult or something, the demon allies, and we already have Hades and Pandora. So this can be really good to use. It can also make Wukong ult if we pair it with them, so even Gaia, so are really cool possibilities. And it's a really tough choice between group 1, group 2. Group 2 is not really a choice here, but group 1 and group 3 are really both good. So if I pick this, that means I'm not going to pick the Forbidden Chest, and if I pick group 1, that means I'm not going to pick my own Magatama. But if I pick group 3, I can pick both Magatama and Banner, so I'm staying pretty flexible with relics. Keep in mind, I also do have Gleipnir, so I can make a lot of all allied units ult, this for demons and Gleipnir for the rest. So pretty good options, and I'm going with the group 3. There's also Kusanagi, which pairs really nice with Pandora and Wukong, so yeah, group 3 it is. Now group 1 in round 4 is pretty easy. I don't think any other group will be better than this. Like all 4 heroes are good. Bahamut is going to increase the HP of our heroes, and then we have Hela, which also does the same, and Aphrodite, which doesn't really need any explaining. and Talanis for the Monarch. Glorian is and has a stun, especially if we get Behemoth, is going to be amazing. Or if we go up against Behemoth, because that means our Talanis will go first. Group 1 seems to be a solid choice, but let's take a look at the Group 2. Maybe it has something better, which I highly doubt. I think all 4 heroes are easy picks here, and we're going to see Group. Yeah, Group 2 is a pretty troll pick. I don't think I need to go over why Ashlyn is bad. Albert, it's okay hero, but like just compare the groups. So Lachas is pretty bad, Marina pretty bad, and Group 3 is solid, but it's no better than Group 1. Odin, Tiamat, Sandra, all good heroes, but again, they're not on the same level as Group 1 heroes. Bahamut is extremely OP in here. Hela also, Aphrodite also, and Talanis is a good potential filler. So we're going to choose Group 1 in round 4. Next up, we have round 5. Group 1 already really amazing picks, both Leandra and Emily, and yeah, this group is also insane. It fits our team. Just look, we have Gaia, we have Tiamat, we have Emily, like the perfect trio. We can pair them with Wukong for the snowball, or rather for the better killing, and it's perfect. Then we have Leviathan with the Aphrodite and Pandora and anything, pretty much Leviathan fits any team. And we have Leandra. Yeah, these choices are really insane, honestly. I think I got fairly lucky, but let's see on the Group 2. Group 2 is actually also pretty good because it has a Ra. Ra is actually really good unit in this, but like comparing Ra to these options is nowhere close, so unfortunately Ra is going to be skipped. The other 3 options are not that great anyway. Group 3 is actually pretty solid. It has Shang, which has Phantom Illusion, and it has Behemoth and Karnak, so this group is also very good in my opinion, but the Group 1 slightly takes the edge because Leviathan is the best PvP hero in the game, bar none. Like, nothing beats Leviathan other than Leviathan herself, especially paired with Aphrodite. That combo is too deadly. Behemoth, while being similar to Leviathan, I don't think she's as good as her, so yeah, we're going with the Group 1, although Group 3 is pretty good, but Group 1 heroes fit more my heroes than the Group 2 heroes do, in my opinion at least. And then for the last choice of the relics, we have the same options that we skipped before, with additionally these options. So these options are in Group 3 are not really terrible. So we have seen these options. Yeah, they're solid. Let's see. What do we have? We have chess, so I can take Banner or Magatama or Gord actually. I don't really like Gord, so I think I will take Magatama, but I don't have heroes that necessarily die, which is an issue, but and I will pick this section. Yeah, I think I might go for Banner for better survival. Although this group isn't all that bad either, because I could go for this and pick my own Magatama, but then I would be bannerless, which is not really something you want to be. It's a tough choice really between these groups. This group I think is a skippable, like safe skip, but then we have Group 1. It's actually really nice, but I think Group 3 is slightly better because we have Wukong and we have few Mystifiers. Python's Mirror should be actually really good, and then we have Banner to pick from our own inventory. Or if I pick this and I pick Gord, because my Gord is really strong and I could use it for Wukong. Nah, I think I will go with, but Nether Flame is really such a good relic though. Nether Flame, Magatama, and the Whip and the Ocean Maw are pretty skippable, so it's only these two. Comparing these two to the Gord, Python's Mirror, and the Tempest Hammer, and Knight's Edge is actually pretty solid as well, so okay, I'm going this and then I'm picking a Banner. I think that's the play, honestly. But it's really debatable. I think there's a lot of options depending on what you want to do, but I'm going with this and then going to pick a Banner. Okay, so now that we have picked our heroes and our everything, let's take a look at the team building. So we can select our own heroes, and since I got Hela, I'm going to select Victoria, but I could also select Behemoth. It wouldn't be as bad, or actually the new Ayushta. It's quite tricky, but first let's try to make teams. So we have a lot of Mystifiers, like actually this is not Mystifier, and then we can use Wukong in here. Then we can use these two. Okay, this is going to be an issue. So I'm going to have to use Arcane Dorabella in the Monarchs. And I'm going to use her with these Monarchs, not Hela. Okay, so this team is going to be pure Monarchs, pure pure royal heroes. So I think it's going to be okay. But of course, this is just a test team building. I'm not really sure what else. So if I were to use Avengers, I would have to use them with the Aphrodite because let's take a look at this. So this is 4 Avengers. This is actually not that bad, I think. Oh, it's bad. I'm missing the 2 Celestials, so I'd have to pick. Let's see in Avengers. Can I pick something that's good? I could pick Narissa, but she's not the. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So if we were to do this, then I would use this team probably. So I think this team is solid. It's not really that bad. Janna and Aphrodite pairing can be tricky, but this is 4 Avengers, 3 Monarchs, 3 Deviants, 2 Celestials, a pretty strong team. So let's take a look and what could we do here. So we could do this, and which heroes do I have left? I could do this. Okay, I think this team is quite solid actually. 4 Valianters. I would make you a Monarch. Thank you. And now this team looks quite promising, not gonna lie. The Monarchs are here, the Valianters are here. We have pretty good lineup here. So this lineup can use... So we have Deviants. This team has 3 Deviants. This team has 4 Deviants. Oh, no Celestial though. What do we do about that? No Celestial. Do I just go this? This is an option. Yeah, it's... I lose out on the Valianters, but I do have Hades, so that doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, I think this is okay. And then we can use Bahamut and Hela in here. Okay, so I think I finally figure out the team I want to run, but I might change it in the end again, so it's not really for sure a team I would keep. So this team is based on around survival and scaling, and reasons why is because Bahamut increases the HP of our heroes, and then we have Tsuki, which also increases the HP. We have Hela, who increases attack. We have the Corrode, which deals damage over the time. We don't have, unfortunately, 2 Celestials. This is my issue in most of these teams. I hardly picked any Celestials, it seems. I could play like Elovin instead of someone, but she doesn't really fit. I could swap Hela and Victoria, but then my second team would be without the 2 Celestials. And then we come to the same conclusion that I'm lacking the Celestials unless I plan to use Elovin, which could be used in this team, but then again I have nobody in the other team. This team is pretty solid with 2 Celestials already. So yeah, I will just have to deal with it that I can't take down enemy Holy Shields, but I will try playing with my own Holy Shields from the banner. I'm not supposed to take Gord actually. I'm going to be running the stun and the Knight's Edge, obviously. So banner is 9 stars, which means it will instantly cast, and then I will proc the stun on 2 their enemies, and then I have Bahamut for the Tremor, which is basically a stun. So I'm just going out and hoping this team can scale up and last a lot of time. And Bahamut is here to help that, as well as Hela. Now onto the second team, we have Avengers Monarchs, which is also balanced because it has 3 Deviants and 2 Celestials. We have Hecate, which serves as invincibility / scaling. Nothing really heals her here apart from Victoria, so they're a quite nice pair. Leviathan, because she's just broken, and you always want to pair Leviathan and Aphrodite. It's just the best way to play these heroes. You don't want to swap them. The issue is Aphrodite and Janna. So Janna will summon her minions and Aphrodite won't be able to steal them. But you could also look at this the way that the Janna will summon the minions will die, and they will proc the Aphrodite to keep ulting. So in a way it's also a plus, and in a bad way it's also a minus. It's pretty RNG, but I have to face it. It's just how it is. I don't really have issues with that. I think it will prevail in the end. So we have Victoria for the scaling. We don't have 3 Avengers relics. And I think I can do that because if I use Stardust Spear, but I don't think Stardust Spear is worth it. Like, oh, look at this, it's just 80% HP. But it also heals, which is fine, but it's pretty debatable actually. You might as well just run holy shields, you know, it's pretty RNG. None of these relics are really good, but I think the revival fits more the heroes, because more revived heroes means more heroes to die for the Aphrodite, and yeah, that's about it. Just more Aphrodite enablers, and overall pretty happy with this team, apart from the two Celestials that are missing. And then I also have Wukong on the bench, which I initially planned to fit in the Mystifiers, but he doesn't really slot unless I take out the Emily and play 4 Protectors, 4 Deviants, and 3 Mystifiers, which is also a solid option to do. I might do it in some matchups, but I will initially start with Emily and continue doing that until this team keeps failing too much, and then I might switch to 4 Protector variant. Now for the team 3, I have Liandra, Hades, Pandora, Talanis, and Arcane Dorabella. This team is also pretty solid. It has Valiantors, it has the Valiantors effect from the Hades, it has Liandra for the scaling, Pandora from the scaling, Arcane Dorabella for the scaling, and Talanis for the CC, and the third Monarch and the second Celestial. Overall, a pretty balanced team that doesn't really need much changes. Maybe if I start playing Protectors, I will play Hades and Liandra in this team or something. Like I can do this maybe and use the Protectors and Liandra, and I can play 5 Protectors, 5 Deviants, which is pretty crazy to do, but it's possibility. But you don't really want to do that. I could do this, and then I could move Hela in here, and let's see, what do I have left to play? Eloin, I guess. I have Tsuki. Tsuki without Corrode is pretty bad anyway, so Hela and Eloin, I guess, would be the play here, but actually it doesn't look that bad, so I might end up playing it 5 Deviants. YOLO time, you know. Yeah, yeah, maybe someday I will try it to YOLO it, but yeah, so far those were the teams that I made for this dimensional arena. I hopefully made pretty good teams this time around. Last time around my luck wasn't that good, but I did manage to get the wins through other players by helping them. And when it comes to that, I'm sorry to anyone who didn't receive a reply in my DMs in the Discord, because I have had a very busy day yesterday and today, and I'm going to work soon, so don't expect a lot of help from me. Unfortunately, the 1 day time limit on the dimensional arena feels pretty bad, and I hope they do adjust it to 2 days, because like yesterday was a pretty boring day. We just saw our cards for no reason. Why not just let us pick and have 2 days pick phase? That's the best option they could do, in my opinion, and I do hope they do that, because 1 day for the dimensional arena is just too small of amount, and yeah, it requires a buff to 2 days. And yeah, that's about it, hopefully, for this video, and see you in the next one.